Can we talk about it? So apparently they're going to be able to give Suge Knight his own podcast live from prison. And at first I was kind of on the fence about this. Like, what does Suge Knight have to talk about? But then I forgot. Suge Knight got so many different gangster stories and years of stories in the game and outside of the game. I'm very interested to hear these stories, because there's a lot of stuff that he could clarify. Because the first story I want to hear from Suge Knight is, did he really hold Vanilla Ice over the balcony and take his publishing rights? That's how the podcast got to start. Suge, if you start that podcast, that got to be the first episode, how you got the publishing rights from Vanilla Ice. If every episode is a different gangster tale, I am there for a Suge Knight podcast. And it got to lead all the way up to him running over the dude on the Straight Outta Compton set. So again, this man's life story is absolutely insane. And I'm absolutely down for a biopic after the podcast come out, because Suge Knight's life is absolutely insane. He's been around for all our lives, and it's been nothing but crazy story after crazy story after crazy story. And it'll be kind of interesting to hear him clarify a lot of the stories and stuff that he was involved in, because he's in a lot of black history, hip-hop history, just history in general. Suge Knight got a lot to do with it, so I would love to hear things from his perspective. What you think about a Suge Knight podcast? I gotta hear how he helped Vanilla Ice over the balcony and took his publishing. That gotta be the whole podcast. That's gonna do 1 million views easy off the first episode. Then he gotta talk about how he got Tupac out of jail, brought him to death row, found in death row. This would be a very, very interesting podcast. So I know a lot of people seen this and cringe, but he already doing like a life sentence or whatever, so he ain't getting out of jail. So he ain't got nothing else to talk about. Everything he gonna be talking about is truthful and factual. So I'm very interested to see what this man got to talk about, because again, we only know the story from other people's side of the story. Hearing it from Suge Knight's side of the story would be absolutely crazy, and I'm absolutely here for a podcast. I'm here for all real life true crime podcasts, and black people, we need more true crime podcasts. And I'm actually working on some ideas about a new true crime podcast that I'm gonna introduce to the Corpy Show. So I'm thinking of some few ideas. If you got some ideas in the comment section, throw some out. But how do you feel about a Suge Knight podcast of him talking about all the gangster stuff that he's been through and just his life in general? His life is fascinating. Know what I mean? From even playing football and a lot of stuff. So if you've seen some documentaries on Suge Knight and Death Row, that man's life is fascinating. So a podcast to hear things from his perspective would be amazing. Can we talk about it?